This is Johnny Bluestar, Director of New Galaxy Business. There's no question that hunting for a job can be a frustrating and disappointing event if you are not prepared for the realities of the experience. Maybe this is your first attempt to get a quote, real job, after graduating college, or maybe you have worked for over 10 years for a very gracious employer, but suddenly circumstances compel you to leave and you are inexperienced and worried about the possibilities of finding a job. This isn't an easy time, but strangely, there are lots of jobs available. The reality is that preparing yourself emotionally as well as strategically is a good idea. It may be necessary that you regard looking for a job as a full-time job in itself. And just like any new job you may be starting, you may need to be prepared to be on a learning curve. There are concerns an employer might have that never came up before. It may be, and probably is, that there are many more remote jobs available and that you may find yourself working a full-time job at home. It may be that you will have to use your computer in a more complex way than when you were in an office with support only a few feet away. Whatever the circumstances, you must be ready to adapt. I suppose the most important thing is being very careful to focus on what your future employer says about what he or she wants, and not necessarily what you want. That would come later. First, we must see if your qualifications, mindset, and even temperament conforms to what they want. When you're having to submit a resume prior to an interview, it is advisable to look very carefully at the job requirements. But also, if you do not know much about the employer, you might also do yourself a favor and check his status on Google. In the accompanying section below, you will learn something about the structure of a resume I generally use, as well as ways of assessing the type of job or occupation you might want before jumping onto the job search merry-go-round. If you're interested in contacting me to discuss your issue, please fill out the contact form or email me at newgalaxybiz@yahoo.com.